Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber, and welcome back to another video. And today I'll be watching through Messy Mondays, Mindless Consumers. I'll be watching it, commentating on it, and then looking at some of the comments as well. So without any further ado, let's just get right into this.
Oh, hey guys, I'm looking at the newest, coolest gadget that's about to be released, and I am freaking out. This thing looks sweet, top of the line, amazing. And you can call me crazy for saying it, but I think this is the thing that's going to make me truly happy for the rest of my life. And it definitely won't be deemed irrelevant within 3 years.
Is that the first time that intro's been played? I want to say that's the first time they've used that intro.
No, the happiest times in my life are the times when I'm anticipating the possibility of new physical possessions that will soon be in my grasp. What a thrill! It's that awesome realization that what I currently have doesn't make me happy enough. And there's something out there that could potentially make me happier. Being content is for poor people who still have flip phones. Am I right? Have you...
Where's my phone? It's over there. I don't really carry my phone on me. I was gonna flip it open. But yeah, like, I mean, contented people are gonna be way more happier than anybody who keeps trying to look for things to make themselves happy. It's a much more worthwhile I guess ability's not the right word. Anyways, being able to be content is much more worthwhile. It's a much more worthwhile pursuit than being able to be happy or something. I mean, whatever.
Seeing my new phone?
No, that's
That's
cool.
it. Feel it. No! Do you know what this thing does for me?
No?
It lives my life. I would not be able to make it through the 5th grade without this thing, okay? What does your phone do for you?
Makes calls, sends texts. And yes, it has limited internet capabilities. Whoop-de-doo. Guess what? I have a computer. I don't need a smartphone.
Well, I can make phone calls and send texts to people.
Oh my goodness, 2011 gold, baby. She says amateur hour.
Name one useful thing you can do on your phone, on your smartphone, that you can't do with some other device that you probably already have.
Thank God for ad campaigns and commercial breaks, because otherwise I would have no idea what to be excited about in my life. Okay, that is the 7th time that I've seen that movie poster. That movie is going to be awesome.
Or maybe they just have a lot of money to spend on an ad campaign.
How would they have a lot of money to spend unless the movie was awesome?
Because of people like you.
Speaking of movies, watch Sound of Freedom. You should watch it. It's good. And I would feel bad if I didn't try and recommend people to watch it.
I spend a good portion of every day browsing online and trying to stay abreast of all of the things the corporate machine is concocting to ensure that I am happy all the time. Isn't that just so selfless of them? To create happy products and then spend lots of money to ensure that I know about every single one of them. Wait, the movie's over?
Well, you know, they already have a release date for the sequel, so...
Let the countdown begin! What would 21st century America do without an endless stream of products designed to monopolize our time and keep us entertained? Seriously, what would we do? Have you ever actually thought about that? Phone
I mean, you could, like, do other things. So I don't exactly do all the things that I should probably do, like spend time outside and do things like that. But at the same time, I don't... Okay, to be fair, I probably spend most of my time watching YouTube, and when I don't spend watching YouTube, I spend playing video games. You know what? I'm going to stop talking because I forgot how I was going to bring that around to something that didn't make me look like a mindless consumer.
Phones, movies, political candidates. The list of products shoved at us is endless. And we just eat up whatever they shove at us like we're a bunch of mindless consumers. Nom, 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 nom. I wonder if when God isn't so busy blessing America, if he ever wonders, what the heck have we become? I mean, really, do we even want half this stuff that we buy into? Or are we just going along with it because all of the other sheep happen to be walking in that direction? I mean, whatever's over there must be really, really cool because they're literally diving off a cliff to go and get whatever it is. I'm gonna do it too. But now let's just take a step back and think about how ridiculous that sounds. We live on this giant floating ball that has all sorts of natural beauty on it. We're surrounded by family and friends, and for some reason, we devote an embarrassing amount of time to toys? To worthless creations of man? If you live in America, you are never more than like a 3-day drive from the Grand Canyon.
Dude, check out this picture of the Grand Canyon.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, but pictures really don't do that place justice. You have to go.
Well, it'll have to do because I can't afford a trip to the Grand Canyon.
Is that the newest version of that thing?
Oh yeah, dude, this thing is sweet.
You could have afforded a trip to the Grand Canyon. I don't know about you, but to me, life is way too short to be mindlessly consuming anything other than beauty and people. I mean, spending time with people, not eating them. Here's what it comes down to. If you need stuff to make you happy, you won't be. And with the exception of when I was 9 and I got an N64 for Christmas, it always feels better to give than to receive. Life works exactly the opposite of what good old America always tells us. So give recklessly. It's okay, you won't hurt yourself. You don't need half your stuff anyway. Give money away too. I mean, what is money? Just green paper that has value because the government says it has value? Just give it away to people who need it more than you. And with a joyful heart. Oh, and give your time away too. Invest in other people when you don't get anything out of it. I promise, you'll be a lot happier in life if you spend less time thinking about what smartphone you're gonna get when it's time to renew your contract, and spend more time figuring out ways to make somebody else's life awesome. Because in the words of God's chosen band, As Cities Burn, what good is the whole world when I promised you no tomorrow? I only promised you your tomorrow will never take you past my palm. I know, I got goosebumps too.
Okay, that's a lot to respond to. So yeah, honestly, like, I don't know, spend some time. I try to take 30 minutes or so at the end of every day to just pause and, like, stop doing things. I think it's good sometimes to not be stimulated by media or even necessarily by work or other activities. Probably can't get too much physical or social interaction. You probably can't have too much of that. You can't get more than you need. You can always you know what I'm saying. But yeah, and like I think the concept of it being better to give than to receive. Personally, that's one I've always kind of felt to be true, and haven't really need to be told. I suppose some people probably still haven't got a grasp on that. But yeah, give it a try sometime if you haven't. And giving people money is generally not the best idea. And probably the best way to have that verified is how eager everyone is for you to give them money. It's probably contraindicated. I mean, there are genuine poor people who genuinely could use money, but most of the time, you'd be better off, and they'd be better off if you gave them something and not money. But that's my take on all of that. Let's go and see what everyone else is saying. Okay, so I've gone ahead and picked out a few comments, and we'll just go ahead and read through them real quick. At Lucky Torchic 23 says, my biggest issue with people getting caught up in trends, technology, and media is that they use it as a distraction to get away from the pain of self-exploration. They use these things to avoid the big questions in life and get nowhere. I think the most valuable thing a person can have is to be happy with who they are inside. Once that happens, which may need a little help, you won't need other people to tell you what to do to make yourself happy. You need to suffer a little to grow, but the reward is a happier, more fulfilling life. I don't know, like, we shouldn't be... I think there's some truth to that, but you can also go down a dangerous path, let's call it, by putting too much of your focus on being happy with who you are inside, as this person puts it. I don't think you should, like, hate yourself or whatever, but you should just don't think too well of yourself, if that makes any sense. Don't think poorly of yourself, but don't, like, make yourself the biggest person or something. At Gotisk says, I miss my flip phone. It made me feel like a Starfleet officer. I'm guessing that's a Star Trek reference or something. Also, no, you don't. If you missed your flip phone, you would still have a flip phone. No one made you buy a smartphone. Okay, I guarantee you. You made you buy a smartphone. I'm sorry. Am I gatekeeping flip phones? No, I'm not. I'm just spitting facts. At BookNerdGirl13 says, like your new intro, and this is so true about people. Sometimes I catch myself wanting things I don't need. Yeah, just wanted to bring it back to the intro. I love that old intro. I honestly, that was the best intro they've had, I think. and they should bring it back. But yeah, again, it's true about all of us, really, and wanting things you don't need isn't necessarily the problem in and of itself. It's I guess it's more so wanting things that nobody ever needs, and that and looking for too much of your satisfaction or happiness to come from that. And then Melting Wax Paper says, I'm a mindless consumer. I look forward to this every Monday. Me too, bud. Me too. Anyways, though, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to Blimey Cow, and I'll see you later. Bye.